executed. executed. executed, All right. Um, Let me know if you guys can hear me. You should be able to hear me. All right. So, loud and clear, sweet, sweet. Um, so basically, give you a breakdown. I definitely look for certain patterns. This would be one on OMST. This one's not bad. This one's the one I'll be really watching. It's got the biggest range. But this is looking like a potential short. So what I'm looking for on these 1 hour candles is I'm looking for a huge green spike, kind of like this. A lot of range, it goes 3 to 5. And then this next candle that opens, I'm typically a short bias trader, but you can use this strategy either way. I would typically start shorting wherever this candle closes, and where this candle ends, I would draw a support line. And when this candle opens, I'm looking for it to stay under that body. But on a typical setup like this, you could definitely see the volume coming in. So if this next candle opens and it's holding above 384, my first target would be 440. If it breaks 440, my next target's $5. That's to the long side. To the short side, it's just vice versa. But you can definitely use a strategy on any stock. It doesn't just have to be penny stocks. So like right here, when this candle closes, obviously we're getting close to the open. Your first, your true support is like in the 460s, and then your second true support would be down here in the 420s. So when this next candle opens, if it can't break the low of this one, it only goes up. So like in a long setup like this, this looks just like from the stocks from yesterday. How they're getting bought up. What I'm looking for is, all you're really looking for is continuation to whatever side you want, short or long biased. Tron is here. So like typically with my strategy, I'm in trades for a while, like sometimes hours. I'm definitely not good at scalping stocks. That's not really my strategy. I like to take when I'm in the trade, what I'm trading a stock, I'm looking for the near support and the nearest resistance. So when I get in the trade, I'm looking for that stock to either go back up to resistance or back to support. So like my target's resistance and support. So wherever that channel lays, that's where I'm taking. That's where I'm expecting that stock to go. So this right here would probably be my favorite setup because it has a lot of range. This one definitely is obviously long biased. What I try to stay away from is wicks. So like, if you're a long bias trader, you obviously know 686 and the 729. I mean, that's going to be a huge support. That clear profit and risk target. Yep. So like, what the heck? So, what I typically look for is patterns. That's like my niche, is patterns. So like, I'm looking for copycat patterns in penny stocks every single day. So yeah, smaller time frame definitely will scare you out. Yep. This is definitely a long setup. I was actually watching this stock. So if you see like a huge green candle like this, and then this candle closes red, if you're a long bias trader, try to get in as close as you can to this 384. If it does not crack 384, where does it go? It goes up here to 440. That's your nearest resistance. So this candle looks like it opened at 415. So right here, so 415. And when it came down to this, the low is, I can't really see, I got too many screens up. The low is like 393. You want to try to buy as close as you can to the, because this red candle is your true 1 hour support. It means in 1 hour this candle did not go lower than 384. So you want to try to get as close as you can to that 384. So the closer you get to this, the less you're going to risk. And then your target's always to the candle. Your target's always on this candle. So 441. Because if it can't break 384, where does it go? It goes to 441. And then obviously the volume too. But I typically, I don't like playing stocks that look like this with these wicks, because it's just not, it's real. I know 686 is true support, but the wicks is, I just try to stay, I like stocks that show clear direction. So I can already tell on OMST, this is just looking like, I can pull up the stock right now. Just give me 2 seconds. What's that one? So what OMST reminds me of is this one, MRIN. So this is what, this right here is what I would expect OMST to do. It's to me, this is just the same pattern. So like, I would expect on the dips to get bought and then the stock to rip. So like, this was definitely yesterday, obviously. But you can see where the tide, I mean, look at the volume. The volume is huge in these two candles. So your true support is 237. So that's, and then your true resistance is 298. So all this is just a channel. That's it. So it's telling you from 298 to 237 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 hours. This stock can go below 237. So when the stock went up to 344 and it came down to 256, if you're a long bias trader looking for a setup like this, you want to get as close as you can to 237. But you can always wait too. Like, wait till the tide turns if you're a long bias trader. You can tell when the tide turns. Right here, 256, this candle opens up green. If this candle closes green, that's when the table turns. So that's the huge sign of when the stock's going to turn. I know this is kind of like a Tron setup right here. He definitely plays this a lot to the long side. 3 red candles, and it doesn't have to be 3. But the difference, so like when this candle opens and it closes red, and then this candle opens, the best thing you can do is wait for that candle to close, because it's confirmation. If you jump the gun, like if I was shorting this, I would have got stopped out. But when this candle opens, it's lower than this, and it's making a new lower. This candle opens, let's see, it opened at 260. So this candle opened at 260. The low is only 258. So if you're really watching to see where the tide turns, is wait for them candles to close, because it's going to tell you when it's no longer a short setup or no longer a long setup. So like this is be, so like on Piers, you read my mind and I'm laughing. Yeah, I definitely kind of know your setup a little bit. So like this one is definitely screaming short bias to me. So when this candle closes, I'm expecting the next candle, I'll wait for the close, but its true support is 460. So if I'm short biased, my target would be 460. That would be where that's where I'm taking profits. But the biggest thing is to let the candle close, because that's when you can see the tide turns. And then the pattern. Like, I love patterns. So like this, I mean, that's just to me, it's just a pattern. So that's where I kind of get the edge. Like, where the stock's doing yesterday. And then when you see that kind of same setup, you kind of see, okay, this is what should happen. Is there a stock that you're looking at today besides the ones I have up? One thing is, you definitely have to look at the volume. The volume paints the picture as well. You attempt to get in short at the close, or look for a pop towards the high of that candle to get in. So when this candle closes, I don't mind if it pops a little. So say it closed right now at 501. As soon as that next candle opens, I don't care. I don't really mind if it goes to 510. But I mean, if it's starting to go even higher, then I'm out of the position. What I'm looking for is that continuation down. I'm not looking for the buyers to step up. I'm looking for that continuation back to 460. And the same if you're a long buys trader. All these 1 hour candlesticks is doing is just you're looking for the continuation to whatever side you want that to go. So like if you were long in OSMT and you're looking for it to go back to 440, your risk is 384. If it goes like 380s, depends on your risk, how much you know, but you can pretty much tell in these candles like if it's still in the direction you want. So like OMST just closed. So if I wanted to short that stock, I would be in right now, expecting that to go back to 440s. If it cracks 440s, 384. So here we go. And you can see on this the volume. Like that's a huge thing, is this volume. So right now this still looks pretty bullish. And if you're a long bias trader, your entry is the close too. Like this is definitely a long setup. I mean, when this candle opened, it's green. This is green. Like, that's why I don't really rush to get into it. So now the near support is 493 on that one. Yeah, I want to see the volume declining. I want to see the volume dropping down. Like, because that's telling me the buyers are leaving. When you're seeing the volume coming up, the buyers are stepping in. And like when you watch the 20-day 1 hour candles, you kind of get a feel for how they go. Like on this one, usually within the first 10 minutes, if this candle goes red in the first 10 minutes, if it continues red, it's definitely a downtrend. But sometimes in the first 10 minutes, they'll drop it down to like this 493, and then it'll pick up green. So like that's why I don't really try to jump into the trade. I try to let the trade. I'm looking for that trade to show me like it's definitely selling. Because like you always have to be on the back of your mind that like me as a short bias trader, stocks are getting bought up. See, I mean, look at this volume. The volume is ramping up. Look at this volume. There's nothing coming in. I mean, that's the difference. Is this green candle, there's no volume. This is, you can tell the buyers are stepping in. So long during that hour confirms that you think. So if I'm long this stock, I'm just gonna go with OMST right now. So my typical entry is wherever this closes. So if I'm a long bias trader, I'm gonna have to So this candle closed at 470. So I typically would want to be in somewhere around the 470s, expecting the continuation to the higher side. And it dropped down to the 460s. That's what you want to see. You want to see it kind of open, drop a little bit, and then that volume's coming in. It's taking off. Like, your entry's always the close of this. It's either red or green. It doesn't matter if you're short or long bias trader. But your entry's is close to this closing price. So when this candle closed, it's telling you that confirmation is the close of that candle is strong. So if this barely breaks down into this body and that volume's coming in, I mean, that's telling you, like, it's always look to the left. See, here's a perfect example of PIRS. It's been 4 minutes, the candle's dropping. Now I'm wanting to see if this candle can get lower than 493. If it does, then that's confirmation that it's probably going to head lower. And look at the volume. The volume from this to this. Like, that's what I mean. It's thanks, man. The more you look at these 20-day 1-hour candles, the more you'll get a feel for how they react at open versus close versus. It's just you'll definitely get a feel for it. Like, this one obviously will probably be the best short for me. But, so, I mean, we'll see at the open. But this is too much of a channel trading. I'd have to see a huge sell-off to the 686s. I mean, this is what I try to stay away from. Because this is, to me, it's, I like just a straight, this is going up or this is going down. See what I mean? So this is the first 10 minutes, and look how this candle is green. So you just don't want to jump into the trade. But something like this, where the volume's picking up, and I mean, this is definitely screaming long. This was screaming long when this candle's down here and had like it's just a red candle, looked just like this, but the body closed way to the high side. So I mean, even on something like this, Pierce, I mean, you could definitely long the stock. You know, your risk is the 493. And your target's always right up here. If it doesn't go lower than 493, where's it going to go? It's going to 537. So on this stock, if it doesn't go lower than 686 and 729s, I mean, this 762, it has to hold the 762. This is your nearest support. Like, this candle, it has to hold that. If it doesn't hold 762, where does it go? It goes back to 729. If it doesn't crack that, it goes to 686. If it holds 762, my target would be right here at 856. So what I'm liking on Pierce is yes, it's green, but there's no volume. The volume's like dried up, but the buyers really aren't stepping in right now. I pretty much just play the major support and the major resistance. And you're always looking to the candle to your left to see where. Yep, I don't look at the green candles. The green candles doesn't mean nothing to me. It's the red candles is your true support and true resistance. That's the pauses. The green candles are nothing. It's the red candles. That's your true resistance and your true support. That's where the stock couldn't go and the stock couldn't break higher or lower. The green means nothing. I have to get my peers. I just want to see what they're charging. PIRS. Oh. So that just cracked it. So they're only charging 2 cents. So if I'm shorting this now, my stop would be 508. Now this is confirmation.
Executed.
PIRS. And I'm getting short with just a starter because
Executed.
obviously you can hear it executed. So my stop on Pierce would be 508. If it breaks 508, it's gonna try to continue higher. But I'm looking for this to go to 460. That sits to 460, I'm out of the trade. But if you have like 1,000, 2,000 shares, you could definitely take 1,000 off here and then see the continuation. But this being so close to open, I'm definitely not gonna lie, it's like, but this I look for continuation. I want to see this go to 460. Yep, I'm short PIRS. Like when this candle opened, I waited. It went green, 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 and then red. So that tells me, okay, the buyers aren't stepping in. Doesn't mean it could definitely pop over 508. And if it does, then I just wait till 493 again. But like the volume on this is 329,000. This is 3 million. This is 3 million. This Tron's long. Like I say, it's just I'm just looking for the continuation. And the thing that you have to realize is this, if it's holding this 493, they're definitely holding that stock. Yep, he's going against me. The longer they hold 493, I'll just cut the trade. But like for me to try to short this, like this is definitely not my, like I'm not going to short it into a pop because I don't know where the top is. This I know where the top is. Like I already know my stop. My stop's 508. If it goes over 508, I'm out of the trade. And then I'll just look to re-enter. Were you long at like 493, Tron? See, you can already see it's getting bought. So typically, I'm comfortable with around 1,000 shares. But like when I get in these positions, I only start with 200 or 300 because if it goes against me, I'll just size in heavier when it's the right time. Like if this goes against me, my next short on this will be 1,000 shares. I'm just looking for the continuation. So like when I get into a stock, I'm just taking a starter position to see if the trend is still going to continue. Once it does, I'll add. Like if you get under 490, I'll definitely add. But just starting out, I'm not going to go full size because there's still 44 minutes left on this candle. Like this candle can do anything. So typically I start with, I would say 100 to 300 shares, and then if it's going to my favor, I'll add, or if it's going against me, I'll just cut it so that the loss isn't that big. And then I'll wait till the setup tells me, okay, now short it, and then I'll go in full size. So like on this, this only is this is like 448,000. On these two was like 3 million and 3 million. So I mean, and it's so close to the open, this thing could open and just rip to the fives. But my stop is 508. If it goes to 508, I'm out of the trade and I'll just wait. But I like this setup, shorting this, because this is continuation versus me trying to short this. I don't know where the top's at. I don't know where the support's at. Something like this is a channel. I typically try to stay away from this stuff because it's just too much. The range is too big. It's 686 to 856. Like it's too big of a. This is too much risk for me. Like it can go anywhere in this channel. There's no channel. The channel is right here. Like the nearest support's 460. That's my target. And the longer this candle stays red, the more confident I am. But at the open, I mean, this thing can get bought up in a split second. Like if I was long in the stock, I would be wanting to long something like this, Because look at that volume. The volume is huge. Like this, the volume's dying. But this is too much of a channel. If I were to short this one, I'd have to be shorting way up in the 840s. It's just a huge tug of war at this $5 range. But I'm comfortable in a trade like this. Trade like this, what was that other one? GVIR? Nope. GIVR? Nope. Did not see volume. I'm trying to figure out what other stock that was. What was it? Just pure technicals. Well, actually, what's Plug doing? Ooh. Just pure technicals. Well, I mean, you're kind of playing the technical. You're just going off the date, the 20-day 1 hours. Yeah, you're still playing support and resistance. It's just you're not going like the daily chart or the yearly chart or whatever time frame you're using. But see, we're 20 minutes in, so this definitely could still be a long setup. Like, it's definitely a tug of war, and it's because it's so close to the open. Sammy, what's up, Sammy? You can just tell right now it's just a tug of war. Like, 8 minutes before the open, I mean, like I say, there's a huge buyer I see at $4.99, but
Executed.
I'm already out. I'll just wait for the open. It could easily go back to 493, but I'll wait just till the open. So Tron's winning. I thought you meant 8 tonight. Laugh out loud. Nope. It's once the open hits, we'll know the direction, like for sure. And I'll definitely reshort it. Like, this is a pretty big sell. Do you still use level 2? No. No, I don't. I don't use any level 2. I don't, well, obviously you can see I don't use anything but price action. That's the only thing I go off is price action. Like when I'm looking at the chart, I'm just looking at this candle. That candle's not going to lie to me. You can definitely use it though. Like right now, 5 minutes before, it's kind of giving the sign what that stock's going to do. Like this is such a tug of war between this 5. I'll just wait. Like if this at the open, you can definitely use level 2 because that first 1 minute, that candle, I mean that price is just soaring. But I don't like to trade. I mean, before the open, anything can happen. Oh, Plug. I love Plug. That definitely pays me a lot of money every day. Not looking good for me. Well, I'm not saying it's not looking bad. I mean, half hour in, the candle really hasn't like really pulled back yet. It's just sitting in that channel. Yeah, it's just sitting in this little channel. So, I mean, at the open, we'll definitely find out. Look at this, OSMT. Like, this is identical to that MRIN. Same stuff. I mean, if this gets down to the 4s, I'll definitely buy it. So we got 4 minutes. It's definitely looking, I would say more bearish, but like I say, anything can happen. Tell you what, it's nice being home. Oh, everybody sees everything different, man. Like I say, I'm just choosing stocks that for that. If I would have stayed in, you know what, I'd have been up right now. But see, like right before they open, look at that. It kind of gives you the direction on like Pierce. I'm not in this. I got stopped out as soon as I seen 5. I was out. Excuse me. But yeah, OMST is definitely the same thing as MRIN. Like if this has a huge sell, I definitely would be really comfortable buying the 384s, expecting to come back up to 440s. And then this one, like I said, I'd have to see huge. Like if this went to 686, that's a huge support. Damn it, and then one. Yeah, it is what it is. We'll just have to see. Like this one's definitely probably going to be MRIN again. This one, see, I mean, it's just crazy at the open. This thing get bought up so quick. I'm gonna get rid of that stock because I could care less. I'd rather do.
Market is open.
So that's a huge sell. Da 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 da. Plug to me looks like I could see it definitely retest up there. Ah, stupid phone. Yeah, this was definitely definitely would have been the right continuation, but I'm not chasing it now. But hopefully you got a kind of a glimpse on like how I trade. Like I'm looking for certain things in stocks. GRVI. Yep. I just had that. That's the one I was looking at. Let's see if we can get a test of the highs back there. So on plug, I'm looking back up to the 34s. This one, yeah. I do like it. I'll be frequent. This is good stuff. So this definitely would have worked out perfect, but I didn't let that 508 hit. But yeah, this is definitely going to come back to the 460s. Been so lost using 5-minute and 1-minute charts. Yeah, that the 5-minute, 5-minute and 1-minute. It's really hard to see where the actual support and resistance is at, for sure. I mean, if let's just switch. I know I do this a lot, but let's just switch it to like a 1-minute. So that this force this line probably maybe, but this 493 I probably would have never guessed that. So 461 cracks. Yeah, that's why I used to use the 1-minute, 5-minute all the time too. See how, I mean, look how close this gets to that 461 and then gets bought up. So, I mean, that's the huge difference between a 20-day 1-hour candle, is because you know the true support, the true resistance. Like, you know, if it can't crack, if it gets below this, it comes to here. If it catches this, it comes to here. And it looks like plug is not going to do it. Even with PM volume. PM. What what's PM? All pre-market. Yeah, pre-market. Yeah, pre-market just paints a picture out for you. I mean, it's definitely a great tool. Cause like, I mean, obviously before the market opened, I told you like, I would have never got this level if it wasn't pre-market. Like, where is the stock going to? Like, this is your near support. It's 461. If it's gonna bounce, it's gonna bounce off that level. You got to think the stock went from 426 to 543, and then the nearest pause is 461. So if this stock's going to bounce from 510 to anywhere, it's coming to 461. So me shorting it, I would have been out but my target would have been, it would have hit. And on plug, I'm looking for the retest into the 34s. Obviously, you don't trade plug, but so 461 cracks, I expect it to come back to the 426. What did Sam GRVI? That's the one I was looking for this morning. So yeah, this is north. It's so like this is it's hard to It's not bad, but look at that volume. That's what I mean by volume. That's the buyer stepping up. Look at the volume on this. Like, there's no volume. No, I don't trade AMC. I have no advantage to that. That's all, that just, yeah, there's no advantage I have. And, like, my setups, what I trade is stuff like this. It gives me the edge. Like AMC, there's no edge. Like how do you trade this? I have lines drawn, but I don't trade it. Like, I have no edge in AMC. AMC, I did it. GI, no. What was that one? GRVI. Like, there's no edge in GRVI. This trade would have been perfect. Oh, man. Yeah, but trading like AMC, GameStop, anything like that, you have no edge. Like, a stock like this, you have an edge on. Why? Because it's a huge green candle. There's no support on this candle until right here, until 461. That's your near support. So that's what gives me the edge, is because I'm trading a pattern. So like stocks that don't have patterns, I have no edge on. So that's why I try to typically stay away from a stock like AMC or GameStop or anything like that. I have no edge on that stock. That's just simply, to me, that's gambling. Like, something like this isn't gambling to me, because I'm looking for the same pattern every day. Like on this plug, it's just I'm trading the pattern. So I'm looking for, if this thing decides to sell, awesome. But I'm looking for this kind of to triple top like this before it sells. And it might not do it. If it starts selling hard, I'll just short the stock. But I'm looking for this to get back up to the 34s. Oh, man. Look at that just go bye-bye. Ugh. It is what it is. I mean, it is a super small loss. But like I say, the biggest thing you could take away from my YouTube is I trade the same patterns every single day. Like, I look for the same patterns. So like a stock like this, it's the same as we were just looking at that other stock. Like, it's a channel. There's a lot of channels. This has no channel. It's a clear direction. It's going up or it's coming back to your major support. Like plug, this is a pattern to me. Like, what I'm expecting on plug is a pattern like this. Like, I'm expecting it to get back to 34s. But I know a lot of people do use indicators, but my indicator is this red candle. That's the only indicator that I need out there. Like, that tells a whole story of that picture. What was that? Oh man, there's too many stocks. Yeah, I think I only lost like 30, 40 bucks, but like I say, it could have popped up. I covered at 5. My stop loss is 508. I never even got stopped out. That's what sucks. Is that you can't win them all. But like plug, I mean, if plug gets to 34, this will be a huge victory. So I'm just trading the. I don't trade the. One thing I don't do is I don't trade P&L. Like, that's one thing I don't do. I trade the candlestick, not the P&L. That's one thing you have to get away from is P&L, because P&L, it just messes with your mind. Like, on plug, if this candle stays green like it is, I'm in the driver's seat. If this candle breaks under 32s, I got to cut the trade. And then I'm going to be short biased. Why? Because it's going to 32.02. It's the same thing as this. It's just the candlesticks show you where the price is going. Like, that's all I say that's all you need, but some people have VWAP or EMAs or whatever. But let's look at on a 5-minute. So like, that's just, to me, this is hard to read. Like, out of all this, how am I going to pick out that this stock is coming to 460? Like, this whole thing, looking at this 1-minute time frame, like, oh, this stock's going to 460s. There's no way that I would be able to tell where that's going to stop. But because of the 20-day 1-hour candles, I know where that price is going. If it's going to bounce, it's going to bounce at the 460s. Man, I told Long the same thing about P&L. Yeah, the P&L will just get you out of the trade. Like, on plug, I was down 150 bucks. But I'm not trading the P&L. I'm trading this. I'm trading this candle. That's it. So if I'm a bet man, this is going to bounce at the 460s. It's going to try to retest back up to the 490s. If it just sells off, it's going to 426. But they're going to hover this price at that 460s. Why? Because that's your true support right here. The only reason why I know that is because of the 20-day 1-hour candlesticks. That's your true support. That's your true support. I wish I could do this, like I say. I wish I could make this a full-time career, but it just doesn't. It can't happen yet. One day, though. One day. Like this is what I try to typically stay away from is wicks. I hate wicks. I like clear. This is clear direction. This is wicks. Like this is a wick. Like I don't like wicks. But as long as we hold 32.65, I'll stay in this trade. If we get below that, well, then I'll look to see what that price does. So how is everybody enjoying their day today? It's crappy weather for me. Look at that sell. Oof. God. What was that other stock that looked like MRIN? Why am I... Oh, man. I'll have to go back and check. OMST. Nope. Cannot think of it. OSMT. Let's see how 426 reacts. Wick, wick, wick. Yeah, this definitely MRIN. See, I don't really... The stock I like is it's done with now. This will probably get bought up. But yeah, you can use a strategy. Definitely long or short. GRIV. Oh, why do I keep doing it? GRVI. Yep. This might be a short now. Oh, the fireworks have stopped. I don't know if Sammy's still here. He's maybe. I'm definitely trying to be patient enough to let this candle close to see what that next one's gonna do. Wow. That is a lot of selling. Tron, you in anything right now, or are you just watching? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Definitely gonna have to sell. So we'll see if we can get to 32s. So 426. The power of them 1 hours. Okay, OSMT. So we'll see what this 384 does. Are you still with us, long? Now the market's like really slowed down. This one is pretty much dead to me now. I mean, as long as plug don't break 32.89, I expect it to probably go to 32s. Tron, are you long plug right now? No. Do do do. So yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. What do you guys want to talk about? Now the excitement's done for the day. Turn the music on. You can definitely scalp these little channels too. I mean, been a while since I've been on the mic. Cold coffee. I might have to go get a refill. Yep. Too early for beers. Too early. Yeah, I might all get another cup. While all this stuff plays out. If plug crack's under 32, that's not going to be good for it. Where's the next level? Oh yeah, that's a big level. Big. I definitely can see it definitely getting to 32s. So I got 1,000 shares short. And we'll see what happens. Go ahead, buddy. Oh, get a beer or coffee? I'm just joking. What do you think about go till like 10 o'clock? Call her a day. Well, I'm sure everybody will be watching stocks, but I think 10 o'clock's definitely it's a good live stream. Hopefully long you learn learn the strategy a little. Now you can take this and look at the volume picking up to the cells. But on this PRRS, I mean, look, that's like, that's why I love these 20-day 1 hour candles. If you're a buyer, could easily bought in the 426 as risking the 426. And so, you know, if you like to scalp, you know, you could have sold in the 450s or whatever. But yeah, I definitely I suck at scalping. I suck at swing trading. So so anytime I definitely have a day off, which is very rare, I'll definitely do this. I'm gonna have to start trying to do some more videos. It's just been long days at work that I don't really have the time to do it, but you could definitely use this strategy on any stock that you want. I would stick to penny stocks with it because they're not heavily manipulated like large cap. But yeah, you could definitely use this on anything that you want. I would just stick to penny stocks with it because it gives you the edge. And like this by far is my favorite setup. Just a huge green candle with no support. Like this right here. I can't really get it over. Let's see. Well, I can't do it, but like trying to trade this is more difficult than trading something like this because in this candle there's no support, and your support's here and here. That's why I love that huge green candle. That's what I try to look for on a daily basis. So yeah, we'll run her till 10, and then cut it then. And what's everybody else watching? Plug is a money making machine. It definitely moves. Definitely right on it right now. Long, are you in any trades or you just watching? Look how they're holding this. I mean, that's what I mean by this support and resistance. Look at that. Like 383, 384, 383. Like, let's go to 1 minute and see if we can spot that. No. I mean, you could kind of guess a little bit, but that's why I love them 20-day 1 hour candles. Because, I mean, that just because it shows you that price. Like, they're just hovering around this. And they're still 40 minutes left on this candle. So that's what I mean. If you can be patient, it definitely pays. Like, that's kind of the thing with my trading is I'm super patient. Like, I try to let the trade play out. Like, sometimes I jump the gun and it's like, why'd you do it? Should have never got stopped out of this because I covered in the 5s and never went to 508. This would have been a really, really nice trade. But it is what it is. This, if it keeps holding at 384s, I think will bounce back up. But I definitely don't want to get into it with 40 minutes left. And my target on this, probably the 334s. The lowest I see it going is 310. You see alright thing today, man. You see alright thing. Yeah, this was definitely my bread and butter. Oh, what was that stock we were looking at this morning that with the huge range? Oh man, FFHL. FFHL. Oh! Alright, I'm getting back in FFHL. Oh. What? I got a conference call. So this candle's been open for a half hour and it's barely moved. I don't like that. Look at this. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Look at the volume. Remember, I was saying OMST looks just like MRIN. Like, look at this. Sell off. And then the rebound. Sell off, and then we'll see. Like, the volume is coming in. And it's definitely not selling off. So, I'll see where this candle closes. Oh, look at that. This is what I mean by range. Oh, killing me today. It's killing me today. I'm killing myself today. Oh, man. Ah. I wish I would have been short when this candle opened. But there's just, I need more screens, but then, Man, that's what I'm talking about. If OMST, if this next candle stays above 372, I'm definitely probably going to buy. For the same as MRIN, like, the same pop. This is definitely holding that 384 level. But, like I say, there's 30 minutes left, so anything can definitely happen. But I mean, look, it's just, that's what I look for is patterns. It's not my favorite setup because of the, like this. This is a clear one direction trade. One direction. This is a bunch of channels. So your timing has to kind of be perfect. You just wait for that next green candle. Like, I know this, if this candle holds and that next candle holds 380s, this is a good setup for a long, because the volume's coming in, the buying's still there. It's definitely a great setup for a long. But you just have to be patient. That's the key thing. But when I'm shorting stock, this is what I want to see. Just a straight, clear direction. This is chop, but I would go long on this because of this pattern right here. And look at the volume. But for me to short this, in the last half hour, this stock has barely moved. So, like, I don't know whether buyer's stepping in. But yeah, if this can get back up, like, this is a great long setup. I'm just basing this off of this. So now you guys know why I would definitely long OMST. If this candle closes somewhat strong above 384 and the next candle opens and it goes a little bit green, that's your sign to buy. You're just looking for this pattern right here. For it's like, I guess, a curl or something. But if you're long, and let's just get rid of all these lines. If you're long at MRIN today, so this right here is your true support. 289. So look, 289, 289, 289. That's what I mean. Is your risk. Try to buy as close as you can to this level. That's your true support. Where does it go? Your first stop, 316. Next stop, 322. If it breaks 322, where does it go? I didn't mean to do that. It goes up here, 363. So that's the power of them 20-day 1-hour candles. Now look at this. I was just talking about this. It's been a half hour. and this candle barely moved down. Like, that's telling you the volume's coming in a little bit, but to short this candle, it's risky. Because in the last half hour, it only moved from 1237 to 1150. Look at all these 16, 15. So these are moving $1 to $2 per candle, and this one moved $2.50 in 1 hour. So it's telling you right here that the sellers aren't really selling the stock off, but you still have a half hour. I don't know. It's probably me rambling too much information, but that's what my brain sees. Is I watch them study them candlesticks. What's Plug doing? Probably getting smoked. Hopefully. Oh, so Plug is starting to come back. Well, that's not good. But I wouldn't trade this with like this style. $30 minutes. This is definitely set up my radar for a long. But I want to watch that candle close before I get in. And it might be too late. It might just start ripping. What I try to avoid is, like I said a million times, with the chop. If you can get away from the chop, you definitely put yourself on a better edge. Like, this is chop, this is direction. It's hard to trade this stuff, unless if you're scalping it, by all means. So you can go 289 to 322. You know, you can trade that channel. It's all in your on what you prefer. If you prefer channels, you could definitely trade it. Like Plug, you could have. I know Tron got short at 358. He could have took some off at 335 for a scalp, for sure. I just like holding stocks for a period of time. Not yet, man. Yeah, I'm saying you could definitely use this like strategy for scalping stocks. Like you could trade the channels of what it shows you. A short bias trader, what you don't want to see is this right here. I'll highlight that candle. You don't want to see this. A huge sell-off, and then this candle. And then look at the volume. The volume's picking up. It's the same with oh, I did it again. This candle right here on this stock is a turning point. This is harder to trade. So if you're shorting it, you definitely don't want to see these candles getting bought up like this. It's holding at 384. That's not what that's. If you're a long bias trader, that's exactly what you want to see. Excuse me, exactly what you want to see. But long, if you're still with us, the more you study these 20-day 1 hours, it's different, but it'll definitely improve your trading on seeing true support and true resistance for sure. And then like what I do is I take the patterns into play as well. GIRV. Oh, what is it? G. All right. GRVI. Yeah, this is definitely not my style. This still looks like a great long. Oh, yeah. What's Pierce doing? Nothing. Oh, so yeah, there's a lot of support on Pierce in the fours. So yeah, I could definitely see 410, 397. The old 10 o'clock dead zone. I'm live.
Doesn't matter. Just give me a coffee cup. I don't need a coffee.
No.
Are you done?
Yeah.
You're using some of that. You didn't leave me any coffee.
Yes, I did.
It's okay. I love you. Just leave it alone.
Sammy's back. What did you win today, Sammy? Well, I messed up one trade on Pierce. And then, yeah. Just watching now. Oh. Might be going long OSMT. Oh, 35 bucks isn't, that's a good red day. That's a really good red day. Yeah, I should have had a really nice winter on Pierce, but I got stopped out. It was a dumb stop, but that definitely would have been a big trade. And then I'm short plug, and then I'm watching for a couple long setups. Sammy, I take it Mike don't show up anymore, huh? I'm definitely liking OSMT to long side. I definitely think plug can hit 32, hopefully. Oh, I didn't do nothing to him. Oh, the stock just came out. So much hype in GRVI. Space just keeps ripping. Yeah, I see that. Did you trade it today? Old spacey space. Oh, fast money. Fast money, fast money. I wonder if small. That's not a bad scenario. I read the green on it. That's a pretty good day. Pretty good day, my friend. Pretty good day. God, this one I had some. Oof. That is just range. I tried to short this and I got stopped out and then it just collapsed. Hey, all in all, I'll watch OSMT and plug. I don't think that FFHL is going to do anything. It might, but I'm not really interested in it anymore. GRVI definitely is looking like it can do some damage to the long side. A couple minutes left and we'll end it, and hopefully everybody ends the day on a green note. I really want to get long OSMT, but I'm trying to be super patient. Alright, well, I'll probably end the live stream right now. Thanks for everybody for definitely showing up. I know I can't do this often, but hopefully long you definitely picked up on some stuff. Hopefully it definitely changes your trading. Like I say, if I have time, I'll try to definitely put out, excuse me, some more videos. But everybody pretty much knows my game plan, so yeah. I gotta do the famous line. Till next time, traders. Peace.